Phobias are defined in the DSM-5 as a type of anxiety disorder, which involves a person experiencing an intense and irrational fear of a specific object or situation. The term phobia originates from the ancient Greek word phobos, meaning fear or panic. The Greeks used the word with a Latin or Greek prefix to convey different kinds of fear. The ancient Greeks reported some of the earliest cases of social anxiety through the system of terminology. They utilized terms such as scopophobia, the fear of being observed, and anthropophobia, a fear of other people. So, how do we develop certain phobias? Research suggests that genetic and environmental factors contribute to the development of phobias. With over 400 recognized phobias, this type of anxiety disorder can affect people of all ages, sex, and social backgrounds. There are two different types of phobias that can occur based on how fear is processed by the brain. The first are experiential specific phobias, which are irrational fears that stem from a direct negative experience, such as a child's fear of water after near drowning, while the second type of phobias are non-experiential specific phobias, which are triggered by a stimulus that causes fear without a direct experience or event. This persistent, uncontrollable fear of a particular object or situation can have a disruptive, debilitating effect on one's daily life. While some phobias are more common and familiar to us, there are others that are a little more unusual. Here are 5 interesting phobias you probably never knew existed. Decisions seem like such a normal part of our daily lives. In fact, by clicking on this video, you've already demonstrated the ability to make a small-scale decision. Deciding on the best course of action in one's personal and professional life can trigger anxiety in all of us. However, if the prospect of decision-making triggers a panic attack, you might suffer from decidophobia. As the name very explicitly suggests, decidophobia is the irrational fear of making decisions. It is usually a noticeable trait among people who have a dependent personality disorder. From picking a romantic partner to deciding on a career path, people who suffer from decidophobia will rely, urge, and press on others to make decisions for them. These patterns of behavior usually reflect a cognitive strategy of escapism in order to avoid responsibility and accountability. While most of us embrace technological development and even anticipate more, some demonstrate a negative response towards it. It may come as no surprise that cyberphobia, an extreme fear of computers, new technology, and the internet, is more prevalent among adults than children and teenagers. Technological devices are the biggest symbol of our cultural evolution. The fear of tech advancements is rooted in the belief that the world is moving too fast, beyond the familiar and comfortable. As technologies continue to become more complicated and interconnected, people who suffer from cyberphobia can feel left out or abandoned. This intense fear or avoidance of adopting new technologies can negatively impact several areas of a person's life, such as productivity at work, education, and social interaction. It's not unusual to hear parents complain about the challenges of bath time. Some kids love it, while others simply loathe it. In most cases, a child's reluctance to bathe improves over time. In other children, however, a fear of bathing can develop into something more persistent. Ablutophobia is an uncommon but very real fear of washing and bathing. According to research, ablutophobia is more prevalent in women and children and can range from a fear of showering to a complete phobia of all aspects of washing. This intense fear usually stems from negative childhood experiences, such as near drowning or abusive parents who used water or bathrooms as punishment. If left untreated, complications of ablutophobia can have a distressful negative impact on daily life, oftentimes causing severe social isolation, depression, and a growing fear of being shamed for a sufferer's noticeable lack of hygiene. After a long day, most of us eagerly anticipate a good night's sleep. For some, however, the idea of going to bed does not evoke feelings of calm and comfort. In fact, people with somnophobia have an irrational fear of falling asleep. This type of anxiety disorder is often associated with other negative sleep experiences, such as sleep paralysis and chronic nightmares. People who have PTSD are also more likely to develop somnophobia. Sleep is essential to our functioning, so a fear of going to sleep will have many negative effects on one's cognitive abilities and emotional state. People who suffer from somnophobia usually experience distress at the thought of sleeping and an inability to focus or concentrate on daily tasks. While most people desire to be rich and successful, individuals who suffer from plutophobia have an irrational fear of wealth. Those of you who are familiar with Greco-Roman mythology will know that Pluto was the god of wealth, hence the name for this type of anxiety disorder. Those with an intense fear of wealth will avoid rich and powerful people or a situation that might lead to becoming wealthy. This type of anxiety may prevent a person from realizing or achieving their full potential. The irrational fear of financial success may compel a person to intentionally sabotage their career path to ensure opportunities for wealth are blocked. The need to stay away from money may be rooted in anxiety toward responsibilities associated with having money.